Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to talk about which rifle to choose if things go south. You see, I've got three choices. On my right, this is my right. On my right, I've got the tried and true genius of Eugene Stoner, the AR-15, or in this particular case, this is an M4 variant. Then we move over to the United States Marine Corps. Oh, I love that hat. That is the civilian version of the M14. It's an M1A. And then we come over to the left, the old Tommy gun, the AK-47. See, it's even got the Tommy hat on. Ooh, spooky. Every one of these rifles has its pros and cons. Let's start with the AR-15. This particular model is set up. You can use it for building clearing. I would actually prefer one with a shorter barrel, but you can use this for building clearing. It does maneuver around corners fairly easily. You see I've got a loophole scope on it. It's actually 1 power to 6 power. I chose that. That's their fire dot. I chose that one because I could do more with it. I could still get longer ranges, 200-300 yards if I need to. But yeah, it's got your inline for your scope mount. Magazines and ammunition, you're going to find it everywhere. Parts everywhere. You can't sling a dead cat without finding some sort of upgrade or fix for any problem you have. And from what I understand, you can take any part off of any AR and put it in another AR because they are milled to exacting tolerances. So that is why that's more or less going to be my go-to weapon. Cons. You can't really hunt with it as well as you can the M1A or the AK-47. You can hunt, but you're probably going to be chasing down deer or whatever it is you're choosing to shoot. You're probably going to be chasing it down because you're not going to kill it. Not with one shot at least, unless you are just absolutely a spectacular shot. Put one right in its brain. That ain't me. So then you move over to the M1A. This particular weapon is still in use, or the M14 is still in use. 308 versus 5.56. You've got that knockdown power, stopping power. 16-inch barrel. Yeah, you can use it to clear buildings. You can use it in a suburban or an urban neighborhood, an urban area. Going around a neighborhood, if you were on patrol, that weapon is still viable. Yes, it most certainly is. Cons. Parts. Part breaks, you're probably not going to find it. The ability to upgrade it. Yeah, you're not going to find much of anything. But stopping power, being able to take down animals, oh yeah. You most certainly could use that as a hunting rifle very easily. And then over to the old Tommy gun. This one here, this is an AKM built on a Polish kit. This is built by Atlantic Firearms. It is a CG1 Polska. I don't think they even have those anymore. Laminate finished wood furniture. Love it. Pros. You can hunt with it. It is short. It's not too heavy. You can find magazines and ammunition pretty much anywhere. Ease of maintenance. Very easy to take apart, put back together. Same with the AR. Not as much so with the... well, actually, yes, it is, because you don't need to take it down much further than pull the trigger group out of it and clean into the barrel. You don't have to take anything else out of it to clean into the barrel. So I take that last part back. So ease of maintenance, very easy. Con. Parts are not necessarily readily available to repair if you have any issues with it. Upgrades, yeah, you can find all kinds of upgrades for it. However, it does not have an inline, what I would call an integral If I'm wrong on that, how I'm using that word, then fine. For your scope, you have a side scope mount, which I'm not a big fan of. Same with the M1A side scope mount. I'm not a big fan of it, but it does work. I do have scope mount and scope. I can use for it if I need to. I just don't have it put on because not as much room in my safe. Parts don't necessarily fit from one AK to another. They are fit to that AK. Same way with this M1. The scope mount, once you mount that thing to this weapon, it is married to this weapon. It's not necessarily going to work on any other weapon. So you can hunt, use a maintenance. They are reliable. The AR is reliable. The M1, I have yet to be able to go out with that M1A yet and do anything, just because of my injury. I haven't had it that long. That was actually a present for me from the kids for Father's Day. So it's been a while since I've been able to shoot. Let's see, what else? Yeah, that's about it. But at the end of the day, I'm choosing the AR 99 times out of 100. Because if I'm going to have two weapons with me anyways, I'll hunt with a hunting rifle, and I'll protect the homestead with the other. And you can use those, you can use all three of them for that. They're all versatile. I guess in the end of the day, it's all personal preference. I've had no issues out of that AK. I've hardly shot it just because it's such a beautiful weapon. And they are hard to come by, so I have only put around 500 rounds through it. Whereas this AR over here, I've had since 2006. So I've had that one a long time. That is before Bushmaster started putting out garbage because I bought it used. That is a wonderful, wonderful weapon. I don't know how many thousands of rounds I've got put through it. And of course, I've yet to shoot the other, so I couldn't give you anything other than the fact this is beautiful. So, if you have any questions, by all means, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'll get back with you as quickly as I possibly can. You can also email me at xcooperx@protonmail.com. You guys need to go over and check out the American Prepping Academy and the SeriousSurvivor.com. There's some really cool stuff Serious Survivor's putting up. The American Prepping Academy, JJ, he has outdone himself. Check those things out. Guys, have a wonderful rest of your day.